Okay, sorry. Hello, guys. You're welcome once again. I actually forgot to turn on my sound. Can we all hear me now? If you can hear me, just type yes so we can actually proceed further. If you can hear me now, just type yes. You're welcome, Mubarak. You're welcome, Julian Onis. You're welcome, Kende. You're welcome, Aziz. Okay, great. I'm excited to see you all. Turning up for this meeting tonight. So, since we can all hear me, in order not to waste any more time, we are going to proceed further. And the lesson for today, once again, I welcome you all. And the lesson for tonight, which is the day two, and the lecture title is actually to understand how to trade both spot and that's on centralized exchange, and also how to trade on the decentralized exchanges, right? Remember, yesterday we mentioned that we have exchanges where you trade, and we also mentioned we have centralized exchanges like Bybit, Binance, Bitget, Gate Exchange, and so on and so forth. And we also said we have decentralized wallet like the OKS wallet, Bybit, Web3 wallet. Web3, it's all the same thing with saying wallet, right? Or Dex wallet. So these words are all like synonyms. Is it synonyms they call it or adjectives, right? Using one word to qualify another. I think it should be an adjective or so, right? So we're going to go straight into split. We'll split this into two because if you look at it, we are learning how to trade on spot and on DEX, that's centralized and decentralized exchange. And secondly, we are going to be understanding how to hold and what to do in order to avoid FOMO. So these are all what we shall be considering tonight. And I do believe at the end of this section, you will get clarity and you will gain better understanding. So please, in case you have any question, you can just keep that question so that before we round up, we'll have at least 5 to 10 minutes for question and answers, right? Okay, so we are breaking the topic into two sections, and the first section is understanding how to trade on the, the sex platform, right? So, what is spot trading? Spot trading is simply buying and selling crypto at the current market price. We are not just going to be looking at these objective aspects, we're also going to be considering the practical aspects right in this section, right? So, please stay tuned and let's proceed. So, you're buying at the current market price with immediate settlement. You buy the token, you receive the token right into your exchange, and that is spot trading. It is straightforward and it typically involves less complexity. That is, when you are trading on the spot market, it is not difficult in any way. All right. So we'll move straight into explaining what DEX, which is decentralized exchange, is. Now, when you're trading on the DEX platform, you're trading directly from your wallet. Okay. Now, there are no intermediaries involved in this particular one when trading on the DEX platform. And you're actually making use of some smart contracts on blockchains. And DEX platform actually offers more security and more privacy. That is, when you are trading on DEX platform, you're not having any exchange telling you this is the limit you should buy, this is the limit you should sell. In fact, the platform isn't going to shut down just because one person feels like it needs to shut down the platform, like we have it on centralized platforms. That is actually the most common thing with centralized platforms, whereby they actually restrict trading. And there are some things we shall also be looking at the course of this session. But let's look at the key differences. What exactly are the key differences between these two? And the first key difference is that spot trading often occurs on centralized exchanges like Binance, Bybit, Bigger Exchange, Gate Exchange, OKES Exchange, and the rest. While decentralized trading happens on decentralized wallet, like you have the OKES wallet, the Biget wallet, the Gate wallet, Binance wallet. Those are the Web3 wallet or Trust wallet, right? I'll also be making suggestion on which one I think you should stick with, especially when you're trading using both exchanges and wallets, and why you even need to have some of them, right? Now, here's another thing you need to take note of when trading: the liquidity and the fees. Centralized exchanges, that's sex, okay? They usually have higher liquidity and sometimes lower fees, but decentralized platforms are still improving. For example, if you look at Ethereum recently, they've done several upgrades and updates to the point whereby the trading fee on the DEX platform has dropped. The transfer fees on even sending Ethereum from one person to another, even on centralized exchanges, has also reduced. So, in terms of trading on centralized platforms, you pay little or lower fees compared to decentralized wallets. Now, we'll move straight to the practical section whereby I show you exactly how you trade on spot. And for the spot, I think we should make use of either Bigger Exchange or Gate Exchange. And the reason I'm going to be thinking we should make use of any of these two is because of certain things, certain features, which I would like to also show you. It's also available on all other ones. Quite all right. Okay. But I just feel it is much easier and even much faster when trading with some of these ones I'm recommending. Especially if you're in Nigeria, you can always convert your fiat, that's your naira, into USDT on Gate Exchange. Even on Bigger Exchange, you can always do that on your own without even having to buy from anybody. Just go to their P2P platform and buy. So that's why I'm actually going to be recommending we make use of any of these two. And I'm going to be giving you another reason why I'm recommending them. It's also available on Binance and others, right? So we are starting with spot trading and we are making use of Gate Exchange. And if you're still following, you can just drop reaction at the comment section below. Now, if you're trading on Gate Exchange, for example, you need to actually have an account with Gate Exchange, register the account, and verify the account. I think yesterday I said I was going to show you how to actually improve the security of your account. So I'm going to have to do that right now before I quickly show you, since I said I was going to show you yesterday. So you're going to be clicking at that icon at the top left. That is after you've downloaded Get Exchange, you've registered, and you need to actually secure your exchange platform, saying that you're going to be making some deposits right into the exchange. So just click at the top left. Remember, yesterday I suggested that don't always use the same password you use for your email on all centralized exchanges. Make sure there are changes, right? Now, I've actually clicked on that icon at the top left. Just go down. You should see security. And in case you're not seeing it, click right at this All right, so you're going to go ahead and click right on this icon. And if you look up right here, I'm making use of the mobile app, right? You're clicking on the security, and under this security, you can see right on my screen, they are asking me to actually enable passkey. And passkey is simply an alternative way you can actually verify some things. That is, you want to make purchase, you want to send token to someone. It's actually one of the fastest way you can actually use in authorizing transactions. But I'm not going to be enabling that for now. So I'm going to click on enable later, as you can see down there, right? So right here, ensure you add a mobile number. It is good you add a mobile number. And it is also good you add this two-factor authenticator. It is very important. And adding two-factor authenticator is quite easy. Go to Google Play Store and search for two-factor authenticator or 2FA, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and click right on this. For instance, if I'm adding this, you can see this has been enabled before. But in case yours hasn't been enabled, you're just coming in newly, go to Google Play Store and you're searching for 2FA. Just type 2FA. You don't really need to type Google Authenticator once you type for you. Okay. So this is the one I recommend you install. This particular one right here, Google Authenticator. And the reason is because it gives you the possibility of being able to save all your keys right into your email. Okay. So when you download this particular Google Authenticator, ensure, please do not forget this, log in or access the app with your email first before you actually proceed with um, saving or adding your Gate Exchange key on the platform on the authenticator. So after clicking on this app, open it and log into your email first. And that's so you could have the backup in case the app gets deleted on a particular device. Once you log into your account on another phone and you install the same Google Authenticator there, and all you need to do is just log into your email, and whatever you have on the other phone will automatically reflect on the new phone. So that's the reason why I say please log into your email first before you go ahead and start adding your keys on the authenticator app, right? So how do you add your keys on the authenticator app? I'm not sure this is going to enable it because this is locked right now. So if I click on enable, it's not going to work. It's actually locked. But just click on it and open it. You will see plus down there. Click on the plus. At the top, you type in the name, either Gate Exchange key, and below it, you paste a key. Gate Exchange will be giving you a key right here. You will see a key. You copy the key and paste it right in your Authenticator app and save it. Now, after you save it, they will give you 6 digits, which changes with time. So from time to time, Gate Exchange on and even all these other centralized exchanges, I advise please add it. If you don't have it on your Bybit, go ahead and add it right now. You don't have it on Binance, you don't have it on your Big Get Exchange. Ensure you add this to literally every single platform you have Google Authenticator. This will save you a whole lot in case someone else probably have an access to your in case someone else have access to probably your login details, the person won't be able to log in into your account or withdraw your funds without this authenticator. And that's what makes this security even much more better. All right. So one thing Gate Exchange will always ask you is your fund password when you're withdrawing your funds. Whatever fund password you're creating, just as I stated yesterday, you write it somewhere and you keep that very safe. So let's quickly go straight and trade. Now, if you're trading, there is also something that's called future trading or perpetual trading. But we are not looking at future trading or perpetual trading today because it is almost similar with forex trading. So probably when we come to the forex trading class or section, we may likely look at the introductory part of this perpetual trading. All right. Now for spot trading, what you do is simple: deposit first to the exchange, because you can't actually buy anything on this exchange right now without first making deposit. You can either buy the coin from people. And how do you buy coin from people? Just go to either any escrow group. We also have an escrow group. You can check WhatsApp. Our escrow group is right there on WhatsApp. You're going to click right on asset and you're clicking on deposit. And you are the one to determine what you're going to be depositing. So for now, if you're starting off newly, I would suggest you start buying first from people that are trusted. You can come right to an exchange group. It is much safer for you for now. But by the time you've been in the system for some time and then you've started understanding more, because remember I said you must keep learning. So whatever I'm showing you is just like an introductory aspect, not the whole thing you need to know, just at least the intro, right? So with time, you go ahead and start buying from the P2P platform. But for now, make use of the on-chain deposit. And for now, you can just go ahead and make deposit using USDT. And when you are selecting the network, you can make use of BNB Smart Chain and buy the USDT from any escrow group or from a group or from anybody at all. And after buying, the person sends the USDT to you. And once you have the USDT right in your exchange, the same thing applies on Bigger Exchange, applies on Binance, applies on Bybit, on all centralized exchanges. All right. In some centralized exchanges, you will be seeing trade. In some, you'll be seeing market. So Gate Exchange is showing their own as trade, but in some, you may see it as market. They are all the same. Okay. So I'm going to be clicking on trade. And right here, right now, if I decide to trade right now, by default, my own is on Litecoin. So what if I don't want to buy Litecoin? I'm going to click right at that Litecoin, assuming I'm buying WKC, that's WikiCat. Where I have this search, I'm going to click right there and type in WKC. Okay. Now, after typing that in, you can see that this actually loaded the name of the coin and it's showing slash USDT. Now, there are some cases whereby when you search for a coin, for instance, let me use BNB as an example of this. BNB. Very good. I think this is exactly what I'm trying to say. If you look at when I search for BNB, I want to buy BNB. That's what it simply means. Now, this BNB, this first one says BNB slash USDT. The second one says BNB slash USD1. The third one says BNB slash GUSD. Since what I deposited was USDT, is the first one that I'm going to go with. Now, some exchanges as well, like I think Bigger Exchange, it might even show you something like BNB USDT without putting this slash you're seeing right here. If you mistakenly click and you trade on that particular one, what you're trading is actually future trading or perpetual trading. So when trading, especially on spot, ensure that you see this slash before you actually click on it. All right. So assuming we are buying the WKC. So I'm typing WKC and you can see WKC slash USDT, which is actually what I have, the USDT. So I'm clicking on that. Since I am buying, I'm gonna have to remain on this buy page. But if you are selling, you're gonna have to click right there. The same way you buy is just the same way you sell, just the opposite of it. Right? So in this case, you're gonna have to pick any of this order if you're making use of the limit. But I would suggest as a newbie, if you haven't really understood how gotten a better understanding of how this limit works, I would suggest you click on this and change it into market. And what this simply means by changing this into market, because most of the time, what many people use is both limit or market order. If you don't want to waste your time, click on limit, sorry, click on market, make sure this is on market, drag this to 100%. That is, if you're buying with all the USDT you have, but if you're buying with just 50% of the USDT you have, you drag this and stop at the middle. For instance, if you have $100 and I want to buy with $50, I'm going to drag this and stop at the middle. That's at 50%. And if you want to buy with all the USDT you have, just drag it to 100%. And because this is on market order, I can go ahead and click on buy, and automatically this will automatically be bought and it will appear on my assets. If I go right to my asset, I will be seeing the WKC that I bought right under my spot. And right here, I'll be seeing that appearing right here. So that's literally how to trade on the spot. Now, how about if you're making use of the limit? Because this is the part of spot trading. Now, spot trading helps you either to buy or sell instantly. That is, your trade will be executed just at the just immediately without having to wait for um the market to either drop or go up to that level. Market order is an instant way of trading, whereas when we come to the limit order, your trade may likely not be executed on time until the price gets to this particular limit that you have right here, because this is a price that you have right here. Assuming I'm buying with um let's say 100% of my asset and I drag this to 100%, if I click on buy right now, I won't be seeing the wiki card that I actually bought if the price, because this actually shows the current market price. If what I have right here is not exactly with any of these ones, it is going to delay until the current market price comes right or matches this same order that I placed for purchase. So that's literally the difference between limit order and market order. In terms of limit order, when you place any order, the order will actually have to wait until the current price in the market matches the order that you placed. Whereas for the market order, it automatically matches it with the current market rate. So the execution is instant in terms of um, executing the trade and getting your tokens instantly. So for a newbie, I would suggest you go with the market order. But even if you want to make use of the limit order and you are buying, just simply drag this to 100%. And after dragging to 100%, click right on this one that you see on red, because all the red orders you're seeing here are people that are selling. So if you want your limit orders to actually be executed faster, pick any of these starting from down. Okay, so you can just pick any of these first two, either this one or this second one, and after that you drag this to 100% and then you go ahead and buy. So it's actually simple. Click on this first one or or this second one. And after that, you drag this 200%, and then you go ahead and you buy. So this is one, two, and three. And what if you're selling? Assuming I bought right now and I want to sell the same thing, click right on sell. And after clicking on sell, if you're making use of the limit order, go ahead and choose any of these buy orders you have right here, starting from the top down. Okay, so you're picking, you can see that was why I said buying is literally the opposite of selling. When you were buying, you were picking from the orders at the top. That is when you were making use of limit order, because limit order is what helps you place order at your own desired price. For instance, if I want to buy and I want to even inflate this price right now, maybe I want to cancel 10, I can decide to cancel it. Just click right there, cancel 10. But mostly people use this when selling most of the time, not really when buying. Because if I cancel this 10 right now, it means I'm going to be buying at a higher price. So assuming I've even bought normally and I want to sell, and in the process of selling, I said I want to sell above this particular price that I have right here. If I want to cancel 10 right now, I'm making use of limit order because that's what gives me the leverage of selling at my own desired price. But the only disadvantage of this is that the order isn't going to get executed until the price gets to this level. So if I decide to cancel 10 right now and I decide to drag this and sell every single thing that I have, the market has to get to this price before this gets executed. But in case you're making use of limit order, you want this to be executed faster, go ahead and pick any of these ones since you're selling. It is when you're buying, you make use of these ones. When you're selling, I can just pick the first one at the top right there. And after picking that, I'm going to go ahead and drag this to 100%. And the same process, you click on sell. So it's actually that easy, right? But if you want to sell faster without having to click any other thing right here, just go ahead and change this to market and go ahead, drag this to 100% and sell. It is much faster. And that was why I suggest for now, in case you haven't really gotten a better understanding, just make use of market order wherever you see market order. Okay. Now, how about trading on the DEX platform? Because the one I just showed you right now is a centralized platform. That's exactly how to trade on the centralized platform or centralized exchanges. So if you're trading on decentralized wallet, how do you place trades? We're going to jump right into it. And I will suggest we'll make use of OKS wallet. Now, what I notice is this. If you actually have wallets like OKS wallet, for instance, you don't really need any of all these phantom or these other wallets again. There are some, I think it's Android versions that actually makes OKS wallet similarly fast. That is from Android 12 to 15. I think you won't have any issue with installing OKS wallet in your device, because I understand that there are some devices, actually Android devices especially, that OKS is very slow on their wallet. If they are trying to make use of OKS, it's quite slow. So for that, I would suggest you make use of probably wallets like Trust Wallet, because that is much even. Trust Wallet is also very good, okay, but sometimes it is even much better and faster making use of OKS Wallet. So assuming you're buying anything on OKS Wallet, especially if you're trading a meme coin, because that's literally why many people use this decentralized wallet for trading tokens or for trading meme coins more. So the first thing you need to do is get the contract address of the token you're trading. Please, this is very important. And the reason why this is very important is because there are also several fake tokens bearing the same name. For instance, if I search for WikiCat right now, you may be surprised that there are many WikiCat out there. If I search for probably which other coin, BTC, there are many coins with the name BTC out there. If I search for, you can just mention any coin at all, you will see several. So it is advisable always consult with the person telling you to buy. And that's what makes decentralized um, trading or trading on decentralized wallets more cumbersome or more tedious. Why I said it is much easier and faster trading on centralized exchange than on wallet. Because when you're trading on a wallet like a DEX wallet like this, even though it is easy, it is a little bit technical because you need to put some other things in place. Like, for instance, if I want to trade every single token or any single token on the BSC smart chain, like WikiCat, I'm just using WikiCat as an example, right? If I want to buy WikiCat on my DEX wallet right now, I don't need to go to PancakeSwap. Yes, I can buy and sell that on PancakeSwap. Why? WikiCat is on Smart Chain Network. That's on BNB network. That's Binance Chain or Binance Smart Chain. Now, if you're trading tokens on Ethereum network, for instance, that's on Ethereum blockchain, you're talking of making use of Uniswap or SushiSwap and so on. Now, if you're making use of OKES, now the reason why I'm actually suggesting you use OKES is because it is much easier. You won't even need to go to any dApp area to start searching for PancakeSwap, um, Uniswap, SushiSwap, and all those swap. If you have your OKES wallet and if you have the coin needed to pay the gas fee. So if you're buying WikiCat right now, you need to first copy your address, click on receive, and copy this. Either you click on BNB, you can see BNB chain, click right on it, and copy this address that you have right here. So if I get this address right now, I must have this BNB smart chain before I can buy. And this is what I use in paying even the gas fee on the DEX wallet. So once again, if you're trading on the DEX wallet, first you must have the gas fee needed or the coin needed to pay the gas fee right in the wallet, depending on which token you want to trade. If you want to trade on the BNB smart chain like WikiCat, you must first buy BNB on the smart chain network. So after buying the BNB, probably you bought from someone, you gave the person your address, the person sends it to you. You can see I have just a little right here. So the next thing you need is the contract address of the token you want to buy. So what is the easiest way you can get the contract address of um, BNB on the smart chain network? Sorry, of WikiCat. I was trying to introduce CoinMarketCap yesterday. So you need to actually return back to CoinMarketCap right now. But the best is always consult from the person asking you to buy. All right. Anybody that says you buy any token will always give you the contract address, which makes it even much safer for you. Okay. So CoinMarketCap, this actually how to look for it on your own. I think I explained all these little things yesterday, fear and greedy. So we are just clicking on search because our time is running and we are searching for WKC. And if you want, you can just type in the WikiCat in full. Now you can see after typing the WKC, go ahead and click on this one. You can see the icon of the real WikiCat. You can see even the current market cap. It has actually dropped to 74 million. So click right on it. And here is exactly where you're going to be getting the current. You can see the price right here. Just go down. And in case you want to confirm where the token is trading, click right on markets. You see that you want to check the news. You see all that in community and the rest. Here is the market cap, the fully diluted volume, and total supply of wiki cards, and so on. But what we're actually looking out for is the contract address, which you have right here. You can see this. So go ahead and click right on that. You can see the copy icon appearing right there. So go ahead and click right on it to copy, and you can see copied. You can just tap on that 2-3 times to make sure you've really copied it. So I'm taking this back to my OKS. And in case you're looking for any other thing, just check more details about the token or the coin. Look at all the exchanges where this token is currently trading. They are all highlighted there as well. More details can be tracked about the token right on CoinMarketCap. You can also make use of CoinGecko for the same. So let's dive back right here. And on OKS, I can go ahead and click on this BNB chain. And right on my OKS, I can go ahead and click on this BNB chain. And after clicking, you should see swap. Okay. Look at this swap that you have right there. Go ahead and click on it. That was why I said if you have OKS wallet, for instance, even Trust Wallet helps you do this. You can also do this on Trust Wallet. Look at this. I have BNB at the top and I have USDT down here. So what this simply means is that if I proceed and type in the quantity of BNB Smart Chain that I want to spend, and I click on swap right here, what I'm going to be receiving is USDT. So since what I want is WKC, I'm going to go ahead and click right on this USDT. But this is making use of the market order. Remember, I said that as well, even when we're doing centralized trading. If you want to make use of limit order, you click on the limit, you do that. But it is much better and faster making use of the market order. So I'm clicking on USDT. And at the top where I have search, I'm going to go ahead and click on that and paste the contract address I copied. You can see something after pasting the contract address. It actually brought out the WKC for me. And I'm just going to go ahead and click on it. And after clicking, go ahead and type in the quantity of BNB you want to use. If I'm using probably 0. Maybe half of what I have right here, and that's 0. I think that should be 50%. And if you look right on my OKS, you can see this 50% down here as well. Okay, that has changed. But if you click as though you want to type, the 50% will pop up right here, and you click on that. I'm going to go ahead and click on swap. So when you click on swap, it will ask you to confirm. And when you click on confirm, automatically this will be converted into WikiCard for you. And in case you want to change the slippage, because if you look right on this, sometimes, and I need to actually mention this, you may actually trade some tokens whereby you are clicking on swap and yet the swap isn't successful. Many a times you need to actually increase the slippage. But I notice OKS naturally increases slippage based on the token that you're buying. So which means you may likely not even need to touch anything right here. And that was why I actually suggested OKS. But if you're making use of Trust Wallet, for instance, sometimes you may need to readjust the slippage. Sometimes just click right on it. And this is on 6%. If I want to type in my own, I'm just going to click right there And if I want to increase it to 7, I'm going to type 7. So that's how you do it on even Trust Wallet and other DEX wallet. You go ahead and click on swap, and automatically the token will be swapped into whatever you're looking for. And if you're selling, the same process. Click on the token, click on swap, and you swap. So it's actually that easy. Now, because of our time, I think we need to jump right now to the next thing that we have right here because of our time. But that's how you actually trade on the DEX wallet easily. You don't really need to go to any dApp searching for Trust Wallet, searching for OKS, searching for Pancake Swap, searching for Uniswap, all these swap. Just click on the token and click on swap. Penny Wallet is also a good wallet from Wikicat. And I noticed Penny Wallet actually goes well with most of these low gem tokens that are being launched on BSC currently. Right. So you can just search on Play Store for that. Probably let me just show you so there won't be any mistakes trying to locate the token. This is Play Store. So you're just searching for Penny Wallet. Is a wallet from, you can see Penny Wallet. This is the wallet from these guys. That's WKC. You go ahead and install it and make use of it. All right. So let's continue with this. So what exactly is a holding? This is the second aspect. In case you have any question on the first aspect, you can just drop that right at the comment section below. I'm going to run through these other ones while we round up. Okay. So what exactly is holding? Holding simply refers to just the literal word hold. You're holding on to something, but in this case, you're holding on to your cryptocurrency for a long term, regardless of the market condition. For instance, you can see what is happening currently. BTC has dropped right to, I think, 17,117. That's $117,000. From 122, 123, it has fell. Ethereum has fallen below $4,000 currently. So holding simply means you're not even minding the market. And yesterday I was trying to say something that the reason why many people sell out of pressure is because they were not even meant to put the money in crypto in the first place. And I was trying to use um, an illustration of what happened to me even before as well. Many people make the same mistakes. Probably you've been hearing of coin, this coin is going to pump, and then you carry the school fees of your children. For those who were on our group, probably towards the ending of last year, when there was so much hype that Trump's inauguration was going to push all the tokens, we're going to see new all-time highs and terrible pumps. I kept on warning people. I said, do not buy with every single thing you have. And I always make use of one to be specific because I was actually a victim of that. Using the money, probably you made money from somewhere else and then now pumped every single thing right there with the hope, and you just left little left just for upkeep with the hope that the pump was really going to happen. I kept on warning. I said, don't use your children's school fees. But yet, many people actually disobeyed. And the reason why I gave that instruction and I kept on warning was because I've had the experience and it was very terrible. I had to sell off the tokens before even the major pump eventually came after like 6, 7, 8 months after I've sold. So if you don't really want to stay long in this space before you hit your first probably 1 million, 2 million naira, 3 million, 5 million naira, you need to actually avoid the temptation of selling off your bags on time. So the next thing you need to do is How do you avoid FOMO, the fear of missing out? Many people FOMOed on WKC. You can see it right now. WKC fell from over 190 something million to even 200 something million down to, as you saw it right now, coin market cap 74 to 75 million dollars market cap. So that's a terrible fall. And those who jumped in when influencers were saying buy, 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 I kept on warning people that were chatting me up. I said, I don't ask people to buy when the thing is pumping, and that's me. I mostly suggest my buys just immediately after doing my own research and everything is quite low. In fact, when I bought my WKC, okay, when I bought my WKC, I actually forgot I bought it. That's actually the fact. And the reason, which I also suggest you do the same, is always have an other wallet or exchange where you buy tokens and just forget them. Because remember, from yesterday's lecture, I said the money you should put in this platform, in crypto especially, should be the money you're willing to forego for the next 2 to 3 years, not just the money you're going to be needing in the next 6 months. Yes, there were times whereby, in fact, what introduced me to crypto was just bought something with 150,000, which was a risk from someone's money, not even my own money, risked it, and eventually that turned into 1 point something million and used it. And that happened, I think, within just 2 3 weeks. But that may not always be the case for many. The other time that I was meant to make money from Shiba, I actually sold off early before Shida literally pumped and gave terrible profit. That was 2020, 2021, thereabout. So it is very much easier for you to hold on to your tokens if and only if you're not investing beyond what you can forego for the next 2 to 3 years or even 5 years. It is very easy, right? So develop a trading plan, set clear entry and exit points, and stick to them. Don't be greedy in any way. And that is why if you look at it recently, whenever I see profit, I always drop it. I said, my father is not a dev. Your papa, my papa, not a dev. And I've always been making that, and many people have always been laughing. And that's a fact. And the reason for all this is because experience taught me better. In fact, experience will be one of your major wealth in this space. That is, if you're really willing to learn, you're going to be ready to learn from either your own experiences, but if you don't want to make mistakes, learn from other people's mistakes. So in this case, do not invest what you can afford to forego right there. Have a clear trading plan, when to enter, and when you see some profit, take out profit. Like WikiCat, I already took out profit, took out capital, took out, in fact, a multiplied folds. And I still have a whole lot that I'm still holding for the future. So you don't just empty your bags just because the token pumped as well, because anything can also happen. And that's what many people don't really want to hear, where I make statement like anything can happen and it's a fact. All right, I won't deceive you into this. So please, from time to time, once you see profit, take some out and leave the rest for it to ride. Right? Even the ones you're taking out, you can now use them and invest in another token that is low. So that also helps you spread out your portfolio. So the next one is stay informed, but avoid noise. I think our time is running so fast. So stay informed, avoid noise, focus on reliable sources, and avoid social media hype. Please avoid social media hypes. Many influencers are out there just to ruin you. That's the truth. In fact, some of them create fake tokens and just shield it to their community just to use them as their exit back. They tell you drop the contract address for you to buy. When you buy, when more people, they shield it very well and make it and blow it very well so that the hype will be massive. And when you just buy, you shield it, they dump on you, they rug you and dump on you. And that is why you need to always do your own research. So set realistic expectations. That's another thing you must do. Understand market volatility, understand that anything can happen, and don't expect overnight success. And that is why I've always given you a target to look out for between 2 to 5 years. At least you should make something tangible. And that is based on my own experience, observations. In fact, if you follow it the same way that I'm actually showing you, or the way I've always been telling you, within 2 to 5 years, you should get something very tangible from the crypto space. You should. In fact, it is certain. You may buy a token, the token may dip terribly. Just keep holding. If I pretend as if you never had it, that was something that happened to WikiCat and many others. Suddenly, when the thing finally pumped, even I didn't even know I had WikiCat. That's actually the fact for me. I didn't even know. I just started seeing news that the thing was pumping everywhere and everywhere. And I said, funny enough, I wasn't even planning to check that particular wallet. And it's been a long time I checked that and I just opened it and I saw a figure that I wasn't really expecting. And by the time I checked, it was WikiCat that pumped. I had forgotten about it completely, not even minding whether, not even remember. I didn't even remember I had it. That's the thing. Just stumbled and then I noticed it had actually given massive X. That's profit. So set realistic goal. Don't expect overnight success. You may buy a token and it may be down for 1 2 years. It's possible. The next thing is use risk management. And this one happens more when we come to the next point. When we talk about even forex, you understand risk management even better. Then you keep a trading journal. Like for me, I think you need to actually have something like a notebook where you write out some of the things you buy and even where you keep them. And the reason is so that you won't end up forgetting them. And probably when you're meant to take profit, you've even forgotten. There's also a possibility for that because for many people who didn't take profit on Shiba when the hype was massive and the thing gave terrible X, if they are just coming online right now, it's already on terrible minus, right? So the next thing is practice patience and discipline. Trading is a marathon, not a sprint. Stay calm, stay focused on the long term goals. You need to actually know why you're coming into the crypto space. And just quick 4 additional tips because of our time. Just I'll be very brief with this. Okay. So you educate yourself, keep learning, and don't ever get tired of learning. Learning is a key to earning. You must be ready to start small, irrespective of your level. Whether you have something little or nothing at all, you can get into crypto because many a times, funny enough, in fact, I think on this I need to actually chip in this. For some of you that probably you enter transport to some places, you can actually be saving some of those transportation like 1,000 naira. Once it's up to 6 7,000 naira, use it and buy a coin and forget it. You can actually cut off sometimes, probably in a week, if you're not working and you're not entering transport every single day, or even if you're entering transport, sometimes you should sacrifice and either you wake up early or you close from work quite early and you trek some distance just to cut off some um little money, just to save up some little money that you're gonna invest in crypto. And recently I also introduced that people should also start investing in stocks, and that's for diversification purpose, right? So one way or the other, you can always get into this crypto space, whether you have money or not. You say you don't have money, once in a while you enter transportation. Sometimes you can just decide to trek. It's a sacrifice you need to pay now. With time, you ride the car, you drive whatever you want to drive. But for now, you can start to enter but for now, see how you can reduce or cut cost. All these unnecessary drinks you drink, Coke, Fanta, beverage, all these stuffs, you can cut off some things just to save up and invest. All right. And as you keep investing, if one gives you some profit, you can cut off the profit from there and diversify into another and build up your portfolio that way. So I've already spoken on diversification already. So stay updated. You need to stay updated. If not, you're going to be left behind, right? So because of our time, I think we need to call this off right now. We are exactly 1 hour. So please, if you have any question, we need enough 3 to 5 minutes because we said the lesson was going to be taking 1 hour and highest 1 hour 30 minutes. But by all means, I don't want to be exceeding 1 hour 10 minutes by all means. So please, if you have any question right now, you can drop that right at the comment section below. Okay. Thank you once again for joining. You copied wikicard contract address. I did not get what the illustration for it. Now, the wikicard contract address we copied was for trading. We only use wikicard as an example. Okay. We use that as an example of a token we can use to trade on a DEX platform. And I've also suggested most of the time, if you're trying to buy, if anybody is telling you to buy anything on a DEX platform, always ask the person for the contract address. And the reason is that you can always make mistakes on DEX. And any little mistake you make on DEX can lead to your terrible loss. In fact, it can even lead to the hack of your wallet sometimes. So please, when you're trading on DEX, you need to be extra careful. If not, you will be a terrible victim. So do you mean if I want to buy a coin from exchange, I would need USDT and BNB to buy? Very good. Now, if you want to buy on centralized exchange, you need USDT. That one is more common. Literally all exchanges, all centralized exchanges have USDT. All right. So you need USDT. But then if you're buying on the wallet, which is Web3 or DEX wallet, that's the centralized wallet, you need to have the coin that will enable you buy the coin. For instance, if you're trading a token listed on um, probably Solana network or blockchain, for instance, you can still buy using your OKS wallet. But the difference is that when you before you buy, you fund your account with Solana first. That is the same way when we wanted to buy Wikicard, which is a token trading on the BSC smart chain, that's Binance smart chain. We first funded with what? BSC, that's BNB on the BSC smart chain. So also, when you are trying to buy any token on Solana, the first thing you do is deposit Solana first and then get the contract address of the token you're buying that is trading on the Solana network and just search for it and you buy. So that's exactly how it is. So someone is also asking, I want you to teach us how to hold coins. Now, holding coins, I've actually mentioned that before. Have another wallet aside your normal day-to-day activities wallet. You can make it now. Having another wallet doesn't necessarily mean you should start installing different Web3 wallets. No, you can make use of the same OKS wallet. Just go ahead and add another wallet right into that same one. For instance, let me open my OKS and show you just for the sake of those asking. Now, this is my wallet. assuming this is the one I use for just my day-to-day activities and so on, since I want to have a separate wallet where I use in keeping some of these my other assets that I don't want to be viewing every day, because that is not actually healthy for you. Opening your wallet every day. In fact, sometimes in weeks, months, I don't open many. So because I actually have an habit of always having coins in different exchanges, different wallets, is an habit. But even if your device doesn't support you having different exchanges, different wallets, you can only have OKs and just simply add another wallet right here. This particular one is a wallet, so click right here and you can see I actually have different wallets right inside this same one. So all you need to do in this case is click on where you have add wallet and go ahead and add. You can see where you have create a new wallet, create the new wallet, and please don't forget to keep your recovery phrase, those 12 words. The same thing for Trust Wallet. That's the same thing for OKS Wallet. That's the same thing for Bybit Web3 Wallet. The same thing, and is the same thing for every other DEX wallet. So now someone is asking, is it possible to transfer coins from wallet to exchange? Yes, it is possible. All you need is the deposit address of the exchange where you are sending the coin to. But whenever you're sending, probably you're sending any coin on the BSC smart chain. For instance, if I have this one is just an example, okay? If I have Wikicat on this my wallet right now, and I want to send this to Gate Exchange because Wikicat is also trading on Gate Exchange. What I will do is I will go to my Gate Exchange the same way. I think I showed you how to copy deposit address. Go to on-chain deposit and search for WKC. Get the WKC address and come right to your OKS wallet or Trust wallet or whichever wallet you're using. Click on that WKC and you're clicking on send. But before you can transfer WKC from Web3 wallet, you must have BNB on the Binance Smart Chain. So if you don't have BNB, that's BSC, you can't actually send WKC. So if you're also sending tokens on Solana network, you must have Solana right in your wallet before you can send. For instance, Notecoin is a token trading on Solana blockchain. Assuming I have Notecoin right in my wallet and I want to send it to Bigger Exchange because Notecoin is trading on Bigger and I want to sell there, I can't send to Bigger Exchange. Why? I do not have Solana in this wallet. So assuming I have Notecoin right here, I can't send it out if I don't buy at least, even if it is $0.5 worth of Solana. I must have it in this wallet before I can be able to send. So that's the difference between centralized exchanges and DEX wallet. So if there are no any other questions, I think we'll need to shut this down right now. This is exactly 1 hour and 10 minutes. So that's it all, guys. Once again, I appreciate every one of you that turned up for this call or meeting or section tonight. Tomorrow is another section. I think our session is running till Sunday, so tomorrow is another section, and the course outline as well will also be posted. That is what we're going to be looking at. The topic will also be posted on our WhatsApp group and our Telegram channel. So thank you once again. Kindly ensure you like and share once again, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.